I would like to discuss Catallaxy. Catallaxy comes from the Greek word katalagon, which means to exchange. So Catallaxy is essentially the study of market exchanges, and it's different from the word economy or economic, which is a Greek word for household management. What we experience today is a hampered market economy, but Catallaxy is the scientific and theoretical understanding of the unhampered market economy. Catallaxy was used by Ludwig von Mises and popularized by his student Friedrich von Hayek. And to really understand Catallaxy, it's important we begin with autarky, or the self-sustaining economy or individual, the man in isolation. The primitive man in isolation who produces everything on his own is barely past the brink of survival because he has to spend all his time either hunting or building shelter, trying to do everything to barely survive and escape death. But when we have a forming community, this is one of the characteristics of the spontaneous order, that with communities and specialization, people can do different things. We build the division of labor, and this strengthens the society and the economy. So people are prospering more. Something like poker is a zero-sum game because there's one pot and it's fixed and someone's going home with it. But with trading, specialization in trade, it's a positive sum game where it's like blowing air into the balloon. More people are able to reap the benefits of this. And this is what society essentially comes from, is specialization and market exchanges. If trade was just a zero-sum game, then we would never escape primitive isolation. How would we obtain more wealth? It's because people are producing things and contributing to society that we're all able to benefit from this and move away from the primitive isolation living conditions, which is barely on the brink of survival. Most of us, if left on our own devices in nature, would probably not make it. In understanding capitalism, the essential characteristics are free enterprise and private property. The foundation of private property allows for wealth and capital accumulation, and then formulating what people are going to do with this wealth and capital through the price mechanism of profit and loss. These are signals, they're data of helping the capitalist and the entrepreneurs figure out what people want, what consumers want, what the market wants. And it's not this arbitrary decision on behalf of the capitalists of what they're going to produce and then impose it on people. The consumers are the steers of the ship. They are the captains making the decisions for capitalists, because the consumers give the signal either by consuming or abstaining from consuming certain products. They're signaling producers what they should produce. And it's with this profit mechanism that incentivizes producers and capitalists to produce more of this product. It is not sympathy or love for consumers or laborers or society in general that creates a wealthy and peaceful society. It is with the foundation of private property and self-interest in the free enterprise system that allows for the creation of goods and services and coordinated spontaneously through money and markets. The profit and loss mechanism. We see profits, but there also are losses in society that usually do not become seen because immediately there's other businesses that come in and utilize those scarce resources in society more efficiently. So they become the new profitable enterprise. Even knowledge, how is knowledge accumulated and created in society? It is from entrepreneurs who are innovators and creating new methods of utilizing scarce resources. So in the millions of billions of minds of people across the economy, they all specialize in something. They all have their knowledge that they've created. And this knowledge can't be centralized, not even with AI or supercomputers, because to have that knowledge has to be created upon the existing knowledge, and to create the new knowledge for what consumers want has to be only created by entrepreneurs going off the feedback of consumers. So AI can't even predict what consumers would want in the future. Now they can make inferences and they can test things out, but this test is best facilitated by the profit and loss mechanism. Moreover, it's with the market economy that can be regarded as the law of the market or market democracy, where every penny is a vote, not just one vote every 4 or 8 years. arbitrarily, but through consuming or abstaining to consume certain things, this signals to producers what is more profitable. Moreover, this is the only opportunity people really have a choice. You go into a supermarket and there's hundreds, if not thousands, of flavors of soda or bread or goods and fruits and all these things. These are choices you have. But with the political democracy, they say the choice of one is tyranny, but the choice of two is freedom. This is very arbitrary nonsense. Moreover, it's from the political intervention that choices are hindered more. It's this redistribution that actually creates more chaos. Whereas like the anarchy of the market, as Karl Marx regarded it, is harmony. People are facilitating their exchanges and they're getting their choices realized more than ever. What we experience today with intervention from the government in society, the economy, prices are going up. Why are prices going up? Because it's an intervention in the markets for money. We don't have a competition. If we did, this would curtail the people who create money with the snap of the fingers from being able to do so, let alone redistributing wealth from the people who actually produce goods and services in a society. When trying to figure out what people should produce, to use that term loosely, we discover this through comparative advantage. And that is, what is the least opportunity cost that someone is able to produce something? And essentially, it is only from economic theory and understanding economics that we can clearly understand how human history has developed from the primitive conditions where war was essentially in equilibrium to the conquering war tribes understanding that it is more advantageous if they enslave the captures and the losers rather than just killing them off, and how from slavery, cooperation became to be understood as more advantageous, and how society has developed over time to become stronger. And whereas historians do not have this economic understanding and cannot fully grasp how it is that society has produced so much wealth, as well as the understanding of Catallaxy and the unhampered market economy is not a irrelevant concept or even a cynical one when we say what could be otherwise without government intervention. It's like, I don't know, falling into a lake and then just assuming that this is my natural state of conditions and I must make do with what I got. You would understand that a better state of conditions would be in one where I'm not in this current circumstance, no pun intended. Rather, you would want to understand what would be better for your own state of affairs, for your peace and prosperity. And it's only from the market are resources able to be allocated to their highest desired ends. This is only from the market process that are consumers able to have a choice. Whereas under systems of socialism and statism, where the state or the state imposes its own enterprises and priorities on people, then there are no choices. There are no choices of what to consume or how to consume things. It's through the arbitrary decisions of other people imposed upon you what you're going to get. That's why the creations of socialism are very ugly. The brutalist, in clothing and culture are things homogenized. This isn't a spiritual society, but a state society. And if you have mold, in your home, you would like to get it out of there. But if you don't know it's mold, then you won't understand what effects and why they are affecting you. So thank you very much.